Okay guys, so we are going to be looking at trying to find the equation of an ellipse given information. Like in this case we're looking at vertices and co-vertices. So the first thing that we're going to have to do when we look at this is we're going to have to find out what the center is. And the way we can find out what the center is we can just take the x values, find the midpoint for the x values, and also the y values. So like in this case, we take the vertices. We're going to take 12 and 0, add those together, divide by 2. Then we take the tens and add those tens together. We could have also done the same thing with the vertices, or the co-vertices as well. So like in this case, I get 12 over 2 and 20 over 2. So it looks like my center is going to be at 610. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to find the distance from the vertices to the center, which is A in this case. So like to find out A, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the vertices, so I'm going to take that 12 value and subtract it from 6. And that's going to tell me that A is 6. The distance from the vertices to the center is 6. Now we want to do the same thing with B. So like in this case, we're going to be looking at the co-vertices. So like in this case, B is going to equal, like we can choose 14 and see how far away 14 is away from 10. So in this case, we know that B is 4. Okay. So like the next thing that we want to focus on is what kind of axis does this have? What, if I look at the major axis, what can we say about the major axis? Well, what I know by looking at the vertices is that the major axis is going to be horizontal because the x values are changing. The y values are the same, they're 10, but the x values change. So that means that I have a horizontal major axis, which means it's going to be like x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So like in this case, we know that the center is 610, and we know A and B. So I can plug those into this equation, and my final equation is going to be x minus 6 squared over 36, because that's what 6 squared is. And then we're going to do y minus 10 squared over b squared, which is 4 squared, which is 16, equals 1. Okay? So the first thing that we did was we found the center, which we got it to be 610. Then we looked at how far away the vertices were from the center, which got us A. The next thing that we did was find out how far away the co-vertices were from the center, which was 4. We figured out that it had a horizontal axis because the x values were changing in the vertices. And we just ended up with this equation of x minus 6 squared over 36 plus y minus 10 squared equals 1. I'm going to encourage you guys just to pause the video and try those next two equations for me. And once you guys did that, hopefully you guys got, this one had the y values changing, so that meant it had a vertical axis. So we had x minus 5 squared over 81 plus y minus 3 squared over 100 equals 1. And then the next one, I noticed that the x values are changing, which means it has a horizontal axis, and I ended up with this equation. Okay, hopefully this helps out.